Hello, welcome to the mini story for The Race. Let's get started. It was 5 o'clock, and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
5 o'clock.
Well, at 5 o'clock, right? At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car?
No.
Or was Alan riding his motorcycle?
Of course, his
Of
motorcycle.
course, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight.
Oh.
Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan.
Alan. Alan was riding down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on?
Van Ness
On
Street.
a motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle. Was he riding down Market Street?
No.
No, not Market Street. He wasn't riding down Market Street. Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No.
No, he wasn't riding down Lombard Street. He was riding down Van Ness Street. When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van
At
Ness
5
Street.
o'clock. At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock?
Alan.
Alan. Alan was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck?
No.
No, he wasn't in a truck.
His motorcycle.
He was on
His
his motorcycle. And he came to a stoplight.
Yes.
Did Alan come to a go light?
No. He came to a stoplight.
He didn't come to a go light. He came to a stoplight.
Stoplight.
We never say go light. We only say stoplight. Who came to a stoplight?
Alan came to a stoplight.
Alan, of course. Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight?
On his motorcycle.
A motorcycle. He was on a motorcycle when he came to a stoplight. Where was the stoplight?
On Van Ness Street.
Well, on Van Ness Street. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street?
No.
Or was the stoplight on
yes.
Van Ness Street?
Van Ness Street.
Van Ness, of course, Van Ness. The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan.
Alan was at the stoplight. Which city was Alan in? In San
In San
Francisco.
Francisco.
Of course. Alan
Alan-
was in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Where is Van Ness? Well, Van Ness Street
Van Ness Street.
is in San Francisco. Of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or is Van Ness Street in San
In San
Francisco?
Francisco. In
Well,
San
of course,
Francisco.
Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding?
On Van Ness Street.
He was riding on Van Ness Street in
In
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco.
And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up next to him.
Yes.
Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No, not behind.
No, not behind him. The red Ferrari pulled up
Pulled up
next
to him.
What pulled up next to Alan?
A red Ferrari.
A red Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No.
No. Alan didn't pull up next to a red Ferrari.
A red Ferrari.
A red Ferrari
Pulls up next to
pulled
him.
up next to him. Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan?
At the stoplight on Van Ness Street.
At a stoplight on Van Ness Street. At a stoplight on Van Ness Street, a red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari?
No.
No. Alan wasn't in a red Ferrari. He was on a motorcycle. Alan was on a motorcycle. What did the red Ferrari do?
Pulls up next to Alan.
Well, it pulled up next to Alan. The red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. The driver was wearing dark sunglasses.
Wow.
So, Alan was wearing dark sunglasses.
Dark sunglasses.
No, not Alan. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Who was wearing dark sunglasses?
The driver.
The driver of the Ferrari. The driver of the Ferrari was wearing dark sunglasses, not Alan. The driver looked over at Alan.
Really?
Did the driver look behind Alan?
No. Looks
No,
over
no,
at
no.
Alan.
He looked over at Alan. Who looked over at Alan?
The
The
driver
driver of the Ferrari
looks
looked over
at Alan.
at Alan. Did Alan look over at the driver?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Alan also looked over at the driver. Who was the driver?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise was the driver. Alan looked over at the driver and realized that the driver was Tom Cruise. Who was the driver of the Ferrari?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who was the motorcycle rider?
Alan.
Alan. Alan was the motorcycle rider. And Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who looked over at Alan?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise looked over at Alan. What was Tom Cruise wearing?
Dark sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. Was Alan wearing dark sunglasses?
No.
No, he wasn't. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. And he looked over at Alan. Tom sneered at Alan. Oh no. Did Tom smile?
No.
No, he didn't. Tom didn't smile. He sneered at Alan. Was Tom friendly and nice?
No.
No, he wasn't friendly and nice. He sneered at Alan. Did Alan sneer at Tom Cruise? Or did Tom Cruise sneer at Alan?
Tom Cruise sneers at Alan.
Well, Tom Cruise sneered at Alan. After he sneered, what did Tom Cruise say?
When the light turns green, let's race.
Well, he said, when the light turns green, let's race. After he sneered at Alan, Tom Cruise said, when the light turns green, let's race. Did Tom want to race?
Yes.
Yes, of course. He has a Ferrari. He wanted to race. Alan said, all right, you're on. Did Alan agree to race Tom?
Yes.
Yes, he agreed. He said, you're on. Did Tom say, you're on?
You're on.
No, Tom didn't say, you're on. Alan said, you're on. Alan agreed to race. Who said, you're on? Alan. Alan said, you're on. What did Alan agree to do?
Race.
Well, to race. Alan agreed to race Tom. He said, you're on. Tom said, I'm gonna smoke you, sucker. Did Tom say he would beat Alan?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He said, I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna beat you. Did Tom say he would win? Yes, he said he would win. He said, I'm gonna smoke you. Who was Tom gonna smoke?
Alan.
Well, Alan. Tom was gonna smoke Alan. Was Tom gonna smoke Schwarzenegger?
No.
No, Tom wasn't gonna smoke Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tom was gonna smoke Alan. Was Tom gonna smoke Alan at football, soccer?
No.
No. He wasn't gonna smoke Alan at football or
Smoke
soccer.
Alan in a race.
He was gonna smoke Alan in a race. In a race.
In
He was
a
gonna
race.
smoke Alan in a race. Was Tom nice and polite?
No.
No, he said sucker.
Sucker.
He called Alan sucker. Is sucker a nice, polite word?
No.
No, it's not. It's
Not
not polite.
polite.
It's not nice.
Not
He
nice.
said, I'm gonna smoke you, sucker. Alan said, you wish.
You wish.
I'm gonna beat
gonna beat you
and your
your
sorry-ass
sorry-ass
car.
car.
Did Tom have a very, very nice car?
No.
No, he did not have a nice car. He had a sorry-ass Ferrari. A sorry-ass car. What kind of car did Tom
John.
have? He had a sorry-ass car. Low-quality car. Bad car. Cheap car. Is a Ferrari a nice car?
It's sorry
Oh,
ass
it's
car.
a sorry-ass car. Ferraris are sorry-ass cars. Did Alan like Tom's car?
No.
No, he didn't. Alan thought it was a sorry-ass car. Who had a sorry-ass car?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise had a sorry-ass car. Did Alan have a sorry-ass motorcycle?
No.
No, Alan had a great motorcycle. But Tom had a sorry-ass car.
Oh. Is it my homework? Goodbye.